French campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear out of sight, it's the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Up there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking life make the free Mexican Air Force Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange and innocent earth causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of lies, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet Sensimilla. The law wants it all 'cause they think that what we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of mind. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Mescalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flying tonight.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's a special night in here. Loose gas, boxing, jazz, and more. I get a special guest I'm waiting on, and if you know anything about boxing in the '80s and the '90s, then you've heard of this dude, man. This is a tough man. The guy's name is Troy Dorsey. You know, we pass the word legend around way too much these days. I do myself. But We'll see. We'll see what happens when he comes in, man. We'll talk a little bit about this man's career, about some of the Hall of Fame fighters that he was in the ring with. What he's doing today, and the impact he made on the boxing world. You know, if you were around back in the day, man, and you watched NBC Sports World, he was a regular on there. You know, Freddie Pacheco, he spoke very highly of this full contact karate champion who came into the boxing world and ducked nobody, sidestepped nobody. And I don't know what's keeping him so long here, man. I'm gonna have to go down to Texas and see what's up. But we did a dry run yesterday, so you know I'm kind of learning this. I'm kind of learning YouTube a little more as I go along with it here. I'm kind of learning how you know. I don't know if you guys remember when I had Marlon Starling on here, or I didn't have Marlon Starling on. We couldn't get the YouTube, the StreamYard thing hooked up with the technology difference, you know. And you know, a lot of these guys I have coming in here to see us all, that honor us, they're cats that are more my age than most of the general public around here. Kind of like almost in the dinosaur stage. But you know, we try to keep boxing alive. We try to. You know, it's a cliche now. We try to give these cats their flowers while they're still here to get them, man. And I'm waiting on my man Troy Dorsey to hop in now. You're gonna leave me with yolk all over my face like Bobby Quarry did a few weeks back. But I don't think so. I'm not too worried about this one, man. I got a nice bud of this backyard stuff that my wife grew that I'm digging on here, man. I don't know. I don't know if it has a name to it, but it was a nice little seed that she picked up. Long story about that. We'll go into that in some other show. But I don't know if you guys were watching what I was doing today, man. I told you about me feeding the squirrels. All you gotta do is go look back at my lives this morning. I did like a 2-minute live. And I went out there and I fed the squirrel. He took a peanut out of my hand and it came on tape. Funny as a bastard. Funny shit, man. Funny shit. But it's amazing how far technology has come. You know, how we we can, everything we do is kind of on yes, Carl, guilty of that, man. We buy a big bag of peanuts to give those suckers, and it's funny because in the morning, you know, first thing I do, I go to the bathroom, you know, look out the window, and he's sitting right on the porch, looking right at me, looking right in the window. He'd jump in the house if I opened the window. I know he would, man. Scary. That would be a fucking, oh man. The dog seeing the squirrel in the house, and ooh, I can only imagine the damage you do. Run right through this area, take out my monitors, my microphone, my camera. You know, probably damage everything. It's hard to even imagine. But man, I hope my man got his invite okay. We got our times right. Let me make one of those calls, man. Make sure everything's okay. Turn this down. A distraction, a slight distraction, a slight distraction. The man, oh, oh shit! I just got a call I didn't want to miss. I think I got a call. Either that or I called it. Either that or I dialed it. We'll see. We'll see if it comes back. But anyway, man, Troy will be coming on here in just a second. If everything works according to plan here. And the other one, I'm gonna have to put it off, man. It's it's difficult being in my position, man. You gotta juggle around these important calls. But Troy will be on here in 1 second, man, and we're gonna get to see a great champion from the day. In fact, my wife is really cool about what I'm doing here, man. And she always looks in my boxing magazine collection. I tell her who I'm gonna have on here. You know what I should do, man? I should shout out everybody that came in here, man, while they're here, bro, because I got a I got a celebrity coming in, and I don't want to waste his time. But anyway, BK, thank you for coming in here. Pigeon, salute my brother. Iceman, salute, man. Salute to the sister, swoop like me. Thank you for coming in, man. PH Big Dog, salute my brother. Carl Hansen, thank you, my man. Always showing support. The Skywalker, bro. Peace to you, man. Peace to you, my brother. Anybody else come in here, man? Because I got some good people in here as it is right now, man. I appreciate you guys coming in here. And live YouTube. It's a funny thing, but I'm looking for my brother to bop right in the back any second now, man. He's a busy man. He's retired fighter, but he's still teaching karate. He's still got a very active karate school. It's been going on for 40 years now. Internationally known. Peter Von Ox, bro. Salute, bro. Should be just in time, man. I'm waiting for my man Troy Dorsey to pop in here. Take another hit on the Toker too. Relax my nerves, man. I'll tell you, it's tough being a director, a producer, a talent scout, a host, all in one, man. My man George Jakovic, he had a passing in the family today. He called me up. He's going to try to come on, but he had a passing in the family. Man, Chad, I haven't heard from him. I called him up. I didn't get an answer. I hope he's okay, man. I sent him out a link, and I sent G5 a link in case he wants to stop on, man. But I'm waiting for the guest of honor, man. Because I saw this cat myself. I grew up. I was tending bar, but I was working full time, and I had a part-time bartending gig. And if it was a Saturday, and I did the bartending gig on weekends, So a Friday and Saturday, if it was if boxing was coming on, and Troy Dorsey was coming on, you know what that bar was going to watch, don't you? But hey, man, I think I think my brother just graced us with his presence here, man. So I want to introduce you to a former two-time world champion, brother Andrew Charles. Salute, man. My new friend here, Troy Dorsey, man. Thank you for coming by, Troy.
Oh yes, sir. I'm sure I got sidetracked. I got busy with my students, and sorry I'm 10 minutes late.
That's no problem. That's no problem, man. Hey, if anybody doesn't know who you are, because we're all boxing fanatics over here. You know, you want to just tell them a little bit about yourself, and I'm sure I'm gonna be scooping it on, but give them a little basics. Tell them a little bit about who you are, bro.
Well, I started martial arts in 1974 with my brother Brian and Rodney, and then in 1979 I started kickboxing, and I just found my passion there. Then in '85 I started boxing because I seen those guys are making lots more money than kickboxers were. So then I ended up becoming the first person to be a world champion in kickboxing and boxing over the same time. The IBF world champion and the ISK world champion. Ended up winning 5 world titles in kickboxing, and I did it twice with winning 2 world titles in boxing, the IBF boxing world title and the IBO world title, and also won a world title in karate in London, England at Wembley Arena in 1985. So, anyways, that bunch of numbers, bunch of dates. Anyways, I
Yeah, but
I ended up with 8 world titles, 5 in kickboxing, 2 in boxing, and one in karate. Now I run Extreme Martial Arts in Mansfield, Texas, my hometown.
super impressive. Trick Nolte's out there. Trick, I sent you a link. I hope I sent you a link, Trick. Let me know if you're gonna come up here. But oh yeah, man, I don't think these guys know that the boxers today. You follow boxing at all today, Troy?
Not too much. Not too much.
Because
I miss it so much. I miss it so much. It's hard for me to watch. So, yes, sir.
because I just want to explain a little something to everybody out there, man. These boxers think they say they're tough guys, bro. But let me just explain. Let me tell you something. You had a record. The opponents you fought, they had a record of 486 wins, 35 losses, and 13 draws. I mean, dude, did you ever have an easy fight?
I didn't really know what that was. What is easy fight? Yeah, I put my head in their chest and camped out there for every round, and sometimes I got beat up, sometimes I lost, sometimes I won by knockout. But anyway, that's yes, I had some very tough fights, but I enjoyed it. The good Lord put me in that place at that right time and allowed me to reach my goals and to be the first person to win a world title in boxing and kickboxing and hold them at the same time. So not only do does my Lord get credit, but also my parents and my beautiful wife, Leslie Dorsey, of 36 years, supporting me throughout my kickboxing and boxing career, putting up with my moodiness because I would starve myself trying to make weight. And so I would be moody and just be getting close to the fight. I would be at times be mean to her, of course. I say of course, but that's what I'm saying. I couldn't have done it without my wife, Leslie.
Excellent, excellent. And God bless you, brother. And hey, let
He
me
has.
shout out Demetrius Bright. You came in here, man. Shout out to you, man. Peter Von Ox, Just Do Boxing, and thanks for coming in. We're talking to the champ over here. We're talking to Troy Dorsey. Troy, in 30 professional fights. Let me get this straight, bro. You fought 12 world champions in that span.
I thought it was 14, but maybe it's only 12.
Well, maybe you fought two of them twice because I know Tom Johnson. Now that's a crazy fight, man. Because I want to give it to my wife. My wife helps me a lot on this, and she found it. Oh, first of all, I'm sorry. I'm not being very gracious. My man Trick Nolte stopped in here, man. Trick, God bless you, bro. Trick, salute, bro. What's up?
Hey, salute, Bruce. How you doing? And Troy Dorsey, man, how you doing, brother? I'm the guy that reached out to you, man, and it's a blessing to be talking with you, seeing you, and
yes,
man,
sir.
you're one of my favorite fighters, man. And I wrote letters, man, to the International Boxing Hall of Fame, pushing for fighters like you to get in there, and man, it was great
yeah?
to watch some of your fights, man.
That'd
I'm trying to get you in there, man. I'm on it, man. I've been pushing for fighters to get jobs as referees and judges, man, because it doesn't make any sense for somebody to own a water sprinkler company that be out there judging fights when you ever put gloves on. That's just what I think. But yeah, it was hey, man, you had some wars, man, and like I say, your resume speaks for itself. I mean, all those world champions, man, and you deserve to be in there, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know my manager, David Gorman, right?
Oh, bro, yeah. David Gorman. He was a god in the mid '80s. You had Donald Curry in the gym with you. You had Gene
Hatcher, Steve
Robin
Cruz,
Blake. Oh man, Steve Cruz.
Yeah, Robin Blake. I just saw Steve Cruz at the Texas Martial Arts Hall of Fame banquet about 2 weeks ago. Him and Don Curry and Gene Hatcher, and I also ran a bunch of trainers. I ran Paulie Ayala, also the fighter Paulie Ayala, and then there's Paul Reyes who trained Don Curry. So there was a lot of people at the Boxing Hall of Fame, Texas Boxing Hall of Fame banquet. Let's see here. Yes, sir.
Now, did you spar with Stevie Cruz when he beat
Barry McGuigan? Barry McGuigan. Yeah, I was his sparring partner. I was Barry McGuigan for 6 weeks. Yeah.
Wow, man, wow. No, I have my wife, like I said, she finds little articles in the magazines because back in the day, the only way we found out what was happening was Boxing Illustrated, Ring Magazine, and there's a story in here about you, about the draw with Troy Dorsey, about the second fight, and that was for the NABF Featherweight Championship, and you were the number one ranked contender, and
No, who was this fight? What was this fight?
this was the Tom Johnson second fight, the draw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, your manager Dave Gorman, he put your
Yes,
number one ranking guaranteed title shot on the line against somebody you knew was a killer
right.
for $15,000. Why did he do that?
Well, we were just ready.
You're
I
just a
had
tough son of
I,
a bitch. That's what you are, man.
I fought for the world title twice against Jorge Paez. I didn't win it, so my goal was still to win the world title. So that was just another fight that I thought I'd take to try to win the world title, or try to get in position, stay in position to win the world title.
And you won the
So,
world title in the next fight.
yes,
If
sir.
I'm not mistaken.
June 3rd, 1991. Yeah.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. You know, and another thing I wanted to ask you too. I tell people this because I heard this back in the '80s. Now, you were a notorious bleeder. I mean, somebody could give you a jab in the forehead and you'd bleed a gallon. You know what I'm saying, man?
Now,
Did
so
you?
what I would do is I had to get myself worked up, and then I would start bleeding before I got in the ring. Almost, not really, but almost. So,
No, no, no,
yeah,
no. This is a serious question. Did you have surgery to shave your brows so you wouldn't bleed as much?
yes, sir. So what happened is they cut me from here across the top of my head here, kind of like the way you used to wear a headphone. Now they just do earplugs, but the way you used to wear a headphone, you have a
Mhm.
headphone here. They cut me from here to here. They pulled the skin down to the edge of my eyes. They shaved my bone. They filed them smooth and they put it back up. So after I fought De La Hoya, of course I fought him in Las Vegas, and the doctor told me that sewed me up said that there's surgery you can have to help solve this cut problem because I had been cut so many times. On my
Mhm.
record it says TDK. It says TKO'd by. What that means is I was technically knockout. It was a cut. The cut was so bad that they had to stop the fight. So after
Never
that,
knocked out.
so I wasn't on the ground. Now
Nope.
James Lahal gave me some difficult times because I was well, it was just a tough fighter, a strong puncher, and I got cut a bunch of times in that fight too. And one time he hit me, and well, he hit me many times, but when this particular time he hit me so hard in the eye, and my eye was already swollen up, I took a knee. And that's the first time I ever took a knee in boxing. I never went down in boxing except that time, and I did it on purpose. But I went down twice in boxing. So, anyways, we're talking about the surgery,
Surgery,
and
yeah.
I had that surgery in '94. In '95, I fought again. '96, I got fought again. '97, I fought again. '98, I got cut. My last fight with Gabriel Ellis, I got cut, and they stopped the fight. They stopped the round. They stopped the fight. Yeah.
Mm.
Do y'all know of Lester Bedford? He
No.
is responsible. He is responsible for promoting the Texas Martial Arts Hall of Fame here in Fort Worth about 2 weeks ago. There was a lot of world champions there, a lot of NABF fighters there. But Lester Bedford is a great person, and he's a great promoter of boxing. He was Paulie Ayala's manager. He was Jesse James Lahal's manager. So he had several world titles that he world champions that he trained or that he managed. Lester Bedford.
Absolutely. I love seeing these states have their Hall of Fames because there's so many worthy fighters, and only so few can get into the Canastota Hall of Fame. And we just saw the Atlantic City last weekend. It was an awesome event. I mean, everybody was there, and they're going to have another Hall of Fame legends down there and next weekend. But hey, I want to shout out a couple of people that came in, man. I got a question for you too, man. I want to shout out to my brother Reggie Owens who stopped in here, man. Mr. Doc stopped in here. D Style stopped in here, and D Style wants to know, would you have done MMA like it is today? Would you have gone in the cage if it was around like it is today back in the day?
If my wife would let me, I'd go in there right now. I got my black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu submission training. So yeah, I was doing kickboxing, boxing. When I retired from boxing in '98, and then I think around 1000 and let's see, 2000. 2000, I think it was 2000, 2005 maybe is when I started jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu is, are you familiar with that?
Me personally, I've heard of it. I know the different disciplines.
Submission. Okay, submission fighting on the ground. That's what jiu-jitsu is, submission fighting on the ground. So really, I loved it, and yeah, I would do it. I would be doing it. I would have done it toward when I retired from boxing, but my wife is the smart one in the family, and she wouldn't let me. I didn't need to get hit. I didn't need to get hit in the head anymore, or choked out anymore. So, I mean, I tap out whenever I need to. Otherwise, you pass out. So, as far as competing as an MMA fighter, I really wanted to do that, but my wife said, "No, Troy, it's over. You're 35 years old. Come on." So, yeah, if it wouldn't have been for my smart wife, then yeah, I might have jumped in there and been walking around, looking around, not being able to talk, and wouldn't have the sense that I have now. And I'm not saying that I have a lot of sense. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people that have stayed in the ring too long, and it really caused them lots of brain damage and very hard time to live and to make a living. So I don't do that. I teach martial arts here in Mansfield, Texas, and that's what I do for a living. I've been doing that for 41 years.
Did you know it was time to leave the ring? Did you know the head didn't need to be hit anymore? And it was time to move on to the next phase of your life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was very, very difficult. I mean, I didn't watch any boxing. I didn't watch any kickboxing. I didn't watch anything until UFC. I didn't watch it because it was so hard for me not to be a part of it, not to be able to do it anymore. It was very, very hard. But my wife made a good decision in saying, "Troy, it's time to call it quits. You've already won world titles, boxing, kickboxing, karate. It's time to hang it up." So it was a very difficult time to watch. I didn't even watch it. There's times when I hear a song come on that I used to play in my dressing room, or maybe the fight. I'll be watching fights, and I'll get so caught up into it that it'll just kind of make me tear up. It's very hard not to be able to say goodbye to fighting. So the good Lord set it all up for me, and He gave me the tools. He opened the doors to be able to win the world titles, and that part of my life is over, and it is very difficult at times to admit it and just to understand that no more fighting in the ring.
Man, this is why it's so important to have a brother like you up here to just to let us know that you're still hanging in there. You're still a fighter. You still got that karate school. I'll bet you probably got 100 ninjas who would go out there and die for you right now, man.
Yeah, we have about 200 ninjas here. Yes, sir.
Hey, I tried finding the address. I think I might have the right address. I'm gonna put the banner up. It was I found it as at Troy Dorsey's fitness and karate and fitness. I know it's Troy Dorsey's Extreme Martial Arts. Is
yes, sir.
1848 Lone Star Road, in Mansfield, Texas. Is that the right address?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
It's at Suite 410 and 412. Thank you.
I got Suite 410 in there, but
yeah, that's it. Okay, good.
And I got your number 847-447-6592. If anybody wants to.
I'm sorry, 817-477.
Oh, let me change that. Let me change that. We'll put that back up there so anybody wants to get in there. All right, it's 847
817-477.
Yeah.
So 817-477.
Yes.
5523.
All
Is
right,
that
man.
Shane? Is that Sugar Shane Mosley over here on my left? Yeah, Sugar Shane Mosley.
Whose picture up there?
Yes, sir.
No, that's Curtis Anderson. He
Okay.
was he was he was a historian. He passed away not quite a year ago, and he would have been honored, man. He would have been honored to speak to you. But I keep him up there for inspiration because I'm an OG, bro. I'm an old timer, and I love the boxing I grew up with. And man, like I was saying earlier in the show, back when you were fighting, back '85, I was I bartend on weekends. I did that in addition to my full time job, and NBC Sports World, man. Freddie Pacheco, you were Freddie Pacheco's darling. He told us how this is a former MMA champion, a former kickboxer, a former karate champion. Only had a handful of amateur fights, and then his fifth pro fight, he's fighting undefeated fighters right from the get go. Got beat in his second pro fight. And how long did it take for you to get your title shot? How many fights?
I think it might have been my 11th fight, maybe.
Yeah, that's
maybe might have been my. I should know, but I don't know. 14, 15 fight, maybe something like that.
because you took these fights, you were active. You didn't say, "Oh no, that's too much right now. This fight's got to marinate. We'll do that down the road a few years." That's
Right.
what boxing's come to today, man.
Yes, sir. I wanted to fight for the world title as soon as I could and just keep it for as long as I could. And yes, sir. I was just looking for a good fight.
Chick, anything out there, bro?
Yeah, Troy. I got a question.
I'm sorry. The name of my business. Hold on. I'm sorry. The name of my business is Troy Dorsey's Extreme Martial Arts.
Oh, let me fix that.
That's what we used to call it, but now it's this. As of this year, it's Troy Dorsey's Extreme Martial Arts. It just popped up. Extreme, EXTREME. Troy Dorsey Extreme Martial Arts. And the first class is free. They get a free VIP class, private class with me.
You got that out there, man. First class, a free class, and you do online training too, correct? For the people that can't make it out there.
No, we just stopped it about 2 months ago. We're doing it for about a year, well, probably 2 years, because of the coronavirus. We taught online for 2 or 3 months. All of our students closed down the school for 2 months. The government did. So, anyways, we're not doing the online training anymore because we'd like them to come here now. So I might start that back up later on for people that want to do it around the world. The training had to get set it up to do that. But right now, we're not doing any online training.
Now, how about boxing? You get away from boxing. You don't train any boxers, any amateur boxing at all.
Yeah, I do. I have some people that have trained in boxing, but right now I'm not training anybody in boxing. But all of our martial artists are learning how to box. They're learning how to box and learning how to kick. So they're learning how to throw the jab, the cross, the hook, the uppercut. Yes, sir. Our martial artists are doing that.
So
And I have an organization called Troy Dorsey's Kickboxing Organization. Myself, Ty Garrett, and Garrett Poole we're the three owners of the organization, and we supply a curriculum for our students or for karate school owners to follow our kickboxing program, and students could get their 10th degree black belt in kickboxing. So in karate, a lot of times they have to do katas where they block and they punch and they block and they punch. We don't do that. We do boxing techniques and we do martial arts kickboxing techniques. So it's called Troy Dorsey's Extreme Martial Arts, and then that's where we teach our kickboxing classes. Ty Garrett has a school in Amarillo, and Garrett Poole has a school in New Braunfels. So those are my two partners that We all go to schools together, and we offer this service to students around the world, or to instructors around the world, to teach kickboxing. We have a whole curriculum for them set up and everything. So
Now you've got. I'm going to get back to boxing if I can for just a second. Out of all the world champs, the undefeated fighters that you fought, what was the toughest fight that you had, Troy? The, the toughest fight of your career. Can you hear me? Oh, I think he might have froze up on us here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I think Troy might have froze up, man. Yeah. you're standing on your side.
Sideways.
You're sideways, my bro.
He's like,
there you go.
There we go.
Okay, now I was going to ask you, getting back to boxing, because man, I got boxing heads in here. These guys, I think if you cut their heads off, a boxing glove would grow on there with ears for some of the people out here, myself included. But in that ring with all those champions, who was the toughest one? Who was the guy who kind of made you have to really dig real deep? Well, you're on mute, I believe. Can't hear anything, brother. Oh, we're not hearing, man. We're not hearing. The volume is off. Your volume isn't working correctly. I can't hear a thing you're saying at all. Maybe if you want to yeah, see if you unmute yourself. Technical difficulties here. Please stand by. Bear with us. We can see you again, but we can't hear you. Oh, I think we'll be able to hear you now. Nothing. Trick, can you hear Troy?
No, I can't hear him.
Yeah, now we, maybe if you go out and come back in. You want to try that? Sometimes that works out real well. You just leave the studio, come right back in the studio, because we can't hear a thing you're saying right now, bro. Oh, it's a shame, man. There we go. I hope he comes right back in, Trick. So how you doing this evening, my brother?
I'm doing great. Winding my evening down. I want to hop on with you for a little bit and try to get a question or two in. But yeah, it's great to have him on here, man. He don't realize how much I watched him, and I'm sure you watched him. Everybody in the chat, man. I mean, this guy has that resume, man. Just look at that resume: the Reales, De La Hoya, Paez, Kevin Kelly. That's my favorite fight right there with him. Is the Kevin Kelly fight on Tuesday Night Fights, man. Never forget that fight.
I would just have that question. I had a question to him about the toughest fight, and then he froze up on us.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to get in there. I wanted to find out because, man, he fought everybody. I was going through his man. Oh, unbelievable. Even the fighters that weren't champions that he fought, man. The guys like the Rudy Zabalas, the freaking Juan Venezuela. You still knew who these guys were. They weren't just I'm not going to call any of them tomato cans, but they weren't even just cab drivers. They were all They were all fighters who we had heard about and seen and seen before. Let's hope Troy comes back, because man, he's a great. He's got some great stories, man. He's a great guest. He really keeps it going, man.
Yeah, fought Calvin Grove. Forgot about that fight. He fought Calvin Grove.
Calvin Grove.
Um,
so many different styles. And he was a slow fighter.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
He wasn't extremely fast. He didn't have super footwork. You know, I wanted to ask him a few boxing questions here, man. I hope he comes back on. I know he gave us about almost over a half hour. I think he's coming back in, man. I think he's coming back in. I think he's coming in here as Troy McGillicuddy.
Yeah, that's my joke name.
Hey, I'm glad you came back, man. Yeah, we're gonna ask you about some of your toughest fights.
Okay.
If we can narrow it down to your toughest single fight, who was it, bro? And all because you fought so many of them, man. Dude, it was one after another.
Yeah, James Leha.
Jesse James Leha.
Yes, sir.
Jesse James.
After I retired, he had me down, and I helped him train for one of his title fights. And so we became friends, and we're friends now. But that was my toughest fight. Yes, sir.
A world champion, undefeated when you took him on top of it too, man.
He wasn't a world champion then. I fought him before. I fought him before he was a world champion. But I think I fought him in '94, or no, I fought him in '92.
92.
And I won the world title in '91. So I was the first world champion that he fought. But then I just gave him lots of I don't know. I was gonna say I gave him confidence, but no, he was real strong and real confident, and he and I met in the middle of the ring, and we camped out there for about 5 rounds, and then they stopped the fight because they had a bad cut.
The curse of the white man, we call that.
Curse of the white man, yes sir. Yes sir. I was just a slow white boy in the boxing ring.
It was just incredible how far you got, because we were just saying it, man. You know, you weren't the fastest featherweight out there. You didn't have the best footwork. You didn't have the slickest hands, but you just had a chin and determination. It was almost like a karate sport you were into. You look at it like going one at a time, almost like you were fighting in a full contact karate match. Did that have a lot to do with your boxing style? Did you ever feel like throwing somebody a kick in the teeth?
There's times when I felt like it, but it's so much more difficult to kick, and then so it's just like, okay, I don't have to worry about kicking. All I got to do is use my hands. But yeah, I learned from my parents to work hard and do your best, and it pays off. And it'll sometimes it didn't pay off for me. When I say it pays off, if you know you do your best, if you know that you did your best, then that's all you can do. So that's what I continue to do in my fights. That's what I continue to do in my life. I just always do my best, and if you if you lose, you can live with it because you did your best. But if you go in there half, I don't want to say the word people say, just half do it. I'll say that. Then you have no you didn't give it your all. Then I think you're just wasting your time. So in my business, I give it my all. In my marriage, I give it my all. In my relationship with my friends, I give it all. In my teaching here at my school, I give it my all.
My brother G Money has a question for you. He said, well, I don't know if it's a question, but he's talking about that fight with Harold Rhodes when you were the underdog.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was.
Speak on that, please.
Okay. You want me to talk about the fight, or you wanted him to ask?
Please. The Harold Rhodes fight.
You want me to talk about the fight, or you want me to wait to ask?
Yes.
Okay, I got the fight on short notice, and because the other guy had got hurt, but I had been training, so I was in good shape, and I fought him. I think it was August 8th, 1989, and I fought him on USA. And that was the USA Fight of the Year, that's when boxing used to be on Tuesday night fights. And Sean, what's his name?
Sean O'Grady.
Sean O'Grady was the
Ernie.
commentator, and yeah, I just had it in my mind that I was gonna keep going. I trained really hard for that fight, and I stopped here Rose the 10th round. He was the number one contender in the world, so I had so much push in my mind, and it was my goal to be a world champion in boxing. And here I got the chance to fight the number one contender in the world, and I knocked him out, or I stopped him in the 10th round. I haven't heard from Harold Rose anymore. I'm not sure if y'all know anything about him.
I haven't heard anything about him. How about you, Trick?
I haven't heard anything.
It might be a good fighter to reach out to, man, because we love bringing fighters like you up here where we can make connections, and that's kind of what we do. It's almost remnants of those Tuesday night fights, and Sean O'Grady, he often mentioned that operation where they pull the scalp back and shave the brow and shave your brow down, and that was very popular for a while, but you don't hear anything about it anymore. Was it like a failed operation, or was it too much, or too grotesque, or it's not done anymore?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why or I know why I did it, but I'm not sure exactly why people aren't doing it, or I don't know.
It was revolutionary. Vito Antifermo. I love Marvin Hagler. Marvin Hagler he's from New England.
Yeah, you said that Fermo guy. What'd you call him?
Vito Antifermo. Yes.
Yeah, Vito Antifermo. My friend and fellow boxing partner, Gene
Hatcher. Oh, Mad Dog. Oh no, you froze again, bro. There we go.
Damn.
I was going to ask you about Gene Hatcher too, man. One of my favorite moments is when he knocked out Johnny Bum City Bumpus. Can't hear no volume, nothing. We can see you, but we can't hear you. Nothing. Tony Boswell, salute. Nate the Great, man. Peace, bro. Just having a little minor technical difficulties here. We're kind of used to it around here, man. But usually it's with us. Well, no, you know how it is, man. But Troy, no, we have no volume, man. You're not muted. We just can't hear you. No, mute mic. Just volume is out, brother. Volume is out. So we're gonna try that again. See if we can get him back on here again. We'll take him out. We'll put him on the stream again. We'll see if he comes back in, and we can ask him a little bit about some of this the Tuesday night wars, man. I know Trick Nolte's got a Tuesday night fight he wants to ask him about.
Yeah, that Kevin Kelly fight, man. That was one of my favorite fights, man. That was a war. He made Kevin Kelly fight his fight. And even though Kevin Kelly won, man, he walked through hell to get that victory.
Let's
you heard from George?
Yeah, George, his ex-mother-in-law passed away today. And it's his daughter's
daughter's
grandmother. So he said he was going to come back in.
Oh, okay.
I think Troy McGillicuddy is back with us again, man. There we go, brother. No, great. I'm so glad you came back again, Troy.
We're not giving up, right?
Oh, hell no, man. We're like you. We're not going to give up. Are you kidding me?
Well, thank you.
I'm 67-0 right now, and I intend to be a few more. So hanging in there, brother. You're giving us a beautiful show tonight. I appreciate it so much, man. From the bottom of my heart.
67-0.
Well, I'm 67-0, man. The Grim
Oh,
Reaper
okay.
hasn't beat me yet, bro.
Okay. Okay. Well, next month I'll be 60-0.
All right, oh, that's a big year. That's a
Yes, sir.
man. You look like you're about 30, 60
Well,
years old. Look at you, man.
Yeah, he was
A full
good.
head of hair, good skin, man. Wow.
who get the credit, right?
Now,
You know who get
you
you
were
know who
known,
gets the
you were
credit?
known as a party. When you were fighting, you were known as a party animal.
Yeah, the Lord Jesus Christ gave me this. He's the one who gave me this skin, these eyes, and my mind and my body that I still have it. Yeah, I was. I did drugs. I was drinking alcohol between my fights. So after the fight was over, the party would be on. And then when I signed a contract for a fight, about 6 weeks before the fight, no more drugs, no more alcohol. So yeah, I was real fortunate that I didn't die and didn't OD. Like I said, the good Lord had me in the palm of His hand. The Bible says it has me in the palm of His hand, and no one can snatch me from His hand. So He took care of me and allowed me to do the things that I was able to do in martial arts and in kickboxing and boxing. And I'm very fortunate that I can still walk and talk and carry on conversations. And I'm just thankful that the Lord brought me through. No more drugs, no more alcohol since 1998.
Wow.
The year I retired. The year I retired. That after my last fight, I quit drinking. So I had 68 fights. I had 38 kickboxing or 35 kickboxing matches, 33 pro boxing matches, and during those times I was partying and at between the fights. But when I signed the contract for the fight, 6 8 weeks before the fight, no more. So
Now, do you
that's
think
another blessing that I was able to do that.
it, it, it,
Not taking care of my body. The Bible says that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. So would you go to church and drag a bunch of trash in there and dump it in their church? Of course not. But that's what I was doing to my body, and I'm thankful to the Lord that that He helped me achieve the thing that I achieved.
now, do you think, looking back at your career, if you would have abstained from the partying, you think you would have had a better career? Not that it
I
could
don't.
be any better from my eyes,
I don't
brother.
know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm looking at the phone number. My phone number is 477. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Rob. I'll take care of that right now. I'll
Four
take care of that
seven
right now.
817477. Yeah.
477. I think
Yes,
that's what
sir.
we had.
Oh, you doing good? Okay.
I have somebody that would like to try your class. It's
Okay.
my son's friend,
Okay.
Cash.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know I didn't have to sign
Yeah, we
waivers.
got to get his parents to come here and sign the form.
Oh, I
His parents have
can't.
to be here for the first class.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah.
So what? Can he watch?
Oh yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes.
That sucks.
So
Can I take a paper? Can I?
well, we have to have the
You
parents
have
here
to
for the
physically
first
see.
class. Only one
Okay.
class. Only one
Okay.
class. Yeah. Y'all call me and let me know when you can do that.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's
I
gonna,
didn't
it's
know.
gonna be real tough.
Maybe because
Yeah.
his mom, she like watches people, handicapped people, so she stays at their house. And his dad's a tattoo artist.
Monday through Thursday, 7 to 7 when we have class. They have to have a parent here the first time. After that, we
Okay.
have to one.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Thank you for running, man.
Oh yeah. I
Okay.
thought it would
Is
be
it better?
Man, that is good.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, that
Troy.
was cool, bro. I hope you signed up another client, man. Nothing like it, you know. You can work and you can do this while you're working. Great thing, bro. Great
Yeah.
thing.
I showed him video. I was showing him a video of you. Are those your boxing gloves?
Yes, sir.
You use them?
Yeah, I did. They're worn out now. Yeah, you can read other articles right there. Yeah, that's a new student coming in and wanting to do the martial art. But you have to have your parents come in for the first class. We have
I
to
hear
give
you,
everybody a
man.
free class.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was
817-477-5.
817-477-5523.
Everybody gets a free. So anyone that wants to train here, they get a private class with me first. Let them try it out, see if they like it, see if we're a good fit for them, see if they're a good fit for us. then they can enroll. You get the uniform, T-shirt, rash guard, boxing gloves. Yes, we don't do karate gloves. We all wear boxing gloves here. So, can you see them back there on the shelf?
Let's check them out. Let's check them out. Let me give you a full screen while we're doing this, man.
See this?
Yeah.
There's the gloves, the shin guards. Manny Pacquiao.
Man, Manny Pacquiao. They all know him over here. There you go. How many world championship belts you got there? 5?
8. Not in this picture, but 8.
8. Wow. Man, you have a career that you can be very proud of, my brother, and it's still happening. You're still cranking out champions. Now tell me,
That's the goal, yes, sir.
MMA versus boxing. Who wins? The best MMA against the best boxer. They both use their own disciplines.
Well, if the MMA guy's he's gonna take him down. That's it.
That's it. So the boxer can't get off his feet. That would be impossible, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yes, sir. You see Jorge Paez?
Yeah, he can't fight from his back.
Jorge Paez, the clown himself, man. Wow.
See?
Yep.
See?
Those were some great fights, man, with you two.
Yeah. I'm gonna take
Hey, Troy, I got a question. My favorite fight with you is with. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Favorite fight was what?
Yeah. I said my favorite fight with you is with Kevin Kelly, man. That was a barn burner on Tuesday Night Fights, man. And I spoke with Kevin Kelly, man. He has nothing but respect for you. Can you talk to us about that fight?
Yes, sir. I was trying to regain winning the world title again. I had lost it the year before, so I lost my first time that I defended my world title. I won it June 3rd, 1991. My first title shot in August. I lost it to Manny Medina.
Man, yep.
Good fighter.
And then in
Great
1990, 1992, I fought Kevin Kelly, trying to regain the world title, and I didn't knock him out, but I had him on the ropes quite a bit most of the time, and it was fight of the year on USA, and he won the fight.
It was.
Yeah, I threw 1,527 punches in 12 rounds.
You think there was some hometown cooking there because y'all fought in New York?
Well, I wasn't gonna say it, but you talked me into it. Might have been some. I had him on the ropes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 27 punch. He didn't answer one time.
Yep, I remember that.
The referee went like this and then he backed up. I know he was just going to. He could have sat there and stopped the fight. So, that's what happened. That's the way that's the cards I got dealt, and I was disappointed, very disappointed. It was like I thought I won. I thought I beat Kevin Kelly, but it was I left it in the judges' hands. When you leave it in the judges' hands, that they make the call, and that's the call I got to live with. So, I'd like to fight Kevin Kelly again. He could come out of retirement. We could move up about 20. I'm joking. I'm joking. Kevin Kelly and I are friends now. Yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the memories I have, Mad Dog Hatcher. I mean, when he knocked out Johnny Bumpus back under Ray Mancini and Bramble undercard, that was unexpected. What did that do to the Lone Star Gym when that happened, bro?
Oh, it was great. Gene Hatcher, I met him at the gym, and we became friends. And I got to spar with him. So he was fighting at 147. I was fighting at 126. So it really helped me kind of up my game. That's one way I was able to fight for a world title so quickly in my career, because I was sparring Steve Cruz, Gene Hatcher, and I sparred Robin Blake one time, so I can't really I can't really say that we did much there, but Gene Hatcher and Stevie Cruz, I did lots of rounds with those guys, and that's who helped me be able to fight as a boxer and as a good boxer and get in there and fight. And all the rounds that I did in the gym. So sometimes people think the gym if you do just, let's see here. What I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is when we fought, me, Steve Cruz, and Gene Hatcher, we didn't play around. There was no playing around, and that's what helped up to my game to have so few fights and be able to fight with these world champions and these other boxing world-rated fighters, is because I got to train with them right here in Fort Worth at Gorman Super Pro. He used to call his fights, or used to call his gym, Gorman's Super Pro. And it was amazing.
Amazing, man. Now, I think absolutely one of the highlights of your career was when you won the IBF Featherweight Championship. When you knocked out Alfred Rangel in the first round. That must
Yes,
have
sir.
been that was the pinnacle of your career. In my eyes, that was a great time. That was a real nice title to win, man. After not getting it against Paez, that was awesome stuff, bro. Anything you want to tell us about that fight?
Well, just that I was really hungry for the fight. It was at Caesar's Palace at the outdoor arena in the boxing capital of the world, Las Vegas. So it was really honor. I don't remember too much about it, only that it was 2 minutes and 37 seconds in the first round that I knocked him out. That's what I remember. I'm pretending about not remembering much. So yeah, I don't remember anything. But 2 minutes and 37 seconds, I knocked him out in the first round. Now I've heard that Alfred Ronhell has passed away since then of cancer, maybe 10 years ago or 15. I'm not sure. Do y'all know anything about Alfred Ronhell?
No, I don't. I don't.
I never did hear anything about him after I fought him, but I guess 10 years ago I heard that. So anyways, that's a sad thing. I heard he became a pastor and was sharing God's love and the story about Jesus and redemption. So I know where he's at. He's been born again and been saved. He's in heaven with Jesus Christ, and I'm looking forward to seeing him there.
Amen, brother. Amen on that one, man. Amen on that one.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
hey, listen,
Yes, sir.
listen, bro. I had an hour of your time. I appreciate it so much, man. All I can say is, man, God bless you, and anything you want to say before I let you go, man, because it was really great talking to you, bro. You want to tell? Well, I think they know how to get in touch with you on there. They know what you're doing for a living right now. They know that the karate is key, and if anybody wants to hook up with Troy Dorsey, anybody in the Texas area, you got the numbers and everything down there, man. Hey, it was a real pleasure talking to you, my brother. It really was, man.
You said if there's anything else I'd like to say, I guess there's one thing I'd like to say that I hope that the people that are listening to this and the people that are watching this, people that get to see this, I hope that they've been born again. They've given their life to Jesus Christ. In the times we're living in right now, it's a terrible time. It's a god awful time. It's in the Bible it talks about things happening just like what's going on right now in this country, and people fighting against people, all the different things. The I can't even remember all of the. I mean, there's so many bad things. Kids are allowed to get sex change if they want a sex change. I mean, it's crazy. Men marrying men, women marrying women, marrying women. Anyways, so my hope is that if you haven't given your life to Jesus, turn your heart over to Him, then my hope is that you would come to know Jesus as your Lord and Savior. He died on the cross for me and for you. All of time is kept. All of time is marked by Him. BC means before Christ. After AD stands for after death. So 2022 years ago, He died on the cross for me and you. If you ask Him into your heart, I believe you'll go to heaven and spend eternity there instead of where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth, hell, bottomless pit. That's one way that it's described. A bottomless pit, weeping, gnashing of teeth, pain, alone by yourself. That's terrible. So in other words, in So if you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, I'd like to ask you right now to accept Him into your heart. Start living for Him. Start going to church. Start reading your Bible and learning all of the things about Jesus and how great of a man He was. He is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Thank you so much, sir.
Brother, the pleasure's been all mine, and it's been all people listening to us, man. God bless you, and I hope to see you again soon, my brother.
Yes, sir. Call me anytime. Thank y'all.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you.
Peace. Yeah, now, how cool was that, bro? That was the great Troy Dorsey. That was a hero of mine when I was growing up. Like I said, I watched this guy Saturday, Sunday afternoons on NBC Sports World. He won his share. He lost his share. He was never in a dull fight, and it was a pleasure to have him on here. And thank you all for coming and listening to us over here, man. Trick Nolte is the man who put me in touch with my brother Troy over here, and Trick does that for us a lot. He hooks us up with fighters. He has this gift. I don't know how he does it, but he gets in touch with these fighters through Facebook or one of these social medias, and I'm like Troy said, I'm the beneficiary. I get the blessings, and Trick turns them on to me over here, and we can put on these shows, and we can talk to some of the great fighters from the past, and that was another one, man. Trick, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for having the good brother Troy join us, man.
Yeah, you're definitely welcome, man. And hey, thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate you. Everybody in the chat, Troy Dorsey, he was a great fighter. He was our Texas version of Arturo Gatti, man. That's what I said back in the day. He was our Texas version of Arturo Gatti. So he came to bring it, man. So, but thank you once again, man. I gotta go, man. Gotta get ready. Take me a nap so I can get ready for work. I'm getting a little sleepy now, man. But thank you, Bruce, once again for letting me hop on with you, man. And I'll be in touch.
Thank you. God bless you, Trick. I'll see you around, my brother.
All right.
All right, man. Always a pleasure with my bro Trick Nolte out here, man, and doing what we do over here, bringing some of the blasts from the past, man. I hope I shouted everybody out that came in here, man. I see Dimitar's in here, man. Thank you for coming on here. G Money 915, man. Salute to you, my brother. John McSmith, man. Thank you for coming by, McSmith. Teach. Appreciate you coming in here, man. Peter Von Ox, thank you for sticking around for the show. I didn't want to play any music when he was in here because I didn't want to drown him out with it or have him where he's from Texas, man. He got that Texas drawl. I didn't want to not understand him or him not understand me, and I dabbed up before I came on here, so I didn't want to smoke any Toker 2s in front of him. I wanted to be on my best P's and Q's. But it's a great time, and I thank you all for coming out here. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Wednesday night, it's nice and early. I'll be trolling around. I hope I see all you cats around, man. Peace out.